Your art looks much cooler than you perceive it. I will think it looks much cooler than you think how it looks. And in this video, I'm going to explain exactly why that is, because there is a principle behind that that you should understand as an artist. Now, before we get into that, to give you a bit of context, my name is Antonio. I've been a professional concept artist in the game and film industry for over 8 years. I've ran my own outsourced studio, and recently I built Artwod, the only app in the world where you can learn and draw at the same time. Before I get into it, I'm going to give you a bit of a scenario that most of you watching have gone through. You were browsing online and you saw, or you suddenly saw, a really cool piece of artwork, like something that made your jaw drop. And you're like, oh shit, that's cool. And then you saw that the artist that made it has a tutorial on how to make it. You're like, I need to buy that tutorial right now. So you're like, shut up, take my money, you buy that tutorial. You binge watch that tutorial. And at the end of the tutorial, you're like, oh, is that it? Is it done? Is that the same artwork as I saw? You suddenly don't have the same perception of the artwork as you did in the beginning. And what this is called, or what I call it, it's called the magic trick principle. And it's a very powerful illusion that takes and grasps you as an artist. And it's something you need to understand internally in order to be more satisfied with the things you're producing. Now, before you do anything else, make sure that you click the link in the description and get our free ebook. This book is absolutely fantastic. Some of you won't even understand why it's free. We didn't need to make it for free, but we wanted to make it for free for several reasons. But one of the main reasons we wanted to make it for free is, one, it's accessible, and it just gets everyone that uses the book and reads the book gets an insight into actually how we teach, our unique teaching philosophy at Artwod. It gives you an insight into primarily what you'll be learning in our Artwod Beginner Road and applying, and it will give you these aha moments into how we at Artwod make you intuitive at perspective and how we really help you better to draw from imagination in a very approachable manner. So you'll get these aha moments of why we teach this philosophy, especially our staple unique approach to form manipulation that you won't learn anywhere else, on how to really look at form, how to be able to manipulate form that then turns into actual believable things that you can draw from imagination. We've supplemented some of our YouTube videos where you can go watch how we use these methods and principles and then create cool things. You'll get a really good insight into our beginner road and how to understand better what it takes to draw from imagination. And that, I think, we've done such a good job with this book, and you can get it for free. All right. Like I said, we don't need to make money from this book. I naturally believe that all the value you get from this book, you're going to want to practice that, and that will lead you to Artwod anyway. We sort of want to unveil some of the secrets we have at Artwod on how to better get people into learning to draw from imagination. That's what this book is for. That will naturally kind of give you a hunger to do more. As it should, because drawing is awesome, especially when you can do it from imagination. Click the link in the description, get this book. It's truly awesome, and it's free. The reason behind this magic trick principle is simple. If you see a magic trick, it's magic. If you know how it's done, it's no longer impressive. And that's very important to understand, because what we often think as artists is that what we do isn't magic. But for everyone perceiving or watching your art, it is, even if they're artists themselves. So even though we as artists, we all learn the same fundamental principles, we learn the same things, a lot of us learn the same process, we don't end up with the same outcome. We don't end up with the same drawing. We don't end up with the same painting. And because of that, when we see someone's painting, someone's design, someone's drawing, for us, the perception is magic. It always is, because we haven't seen the process. The process was hidden for us. And because of that, we perceive it as very impressive, or at least more impressive as you perceive it. Because here's the problem. And this is not only a problem with making art. This is a problem with when you make videos like this. It's a problem when you cook. It's anything that involves a process of creation. When you know how it's done, you as a creator are less impressed. buy it because you saw how it was made. You understand the magic trick. That doesn't mean that the people that perceive your art understand the magic trick. And the reason I think this is important to mention, especially to you young creators or younger artists that might not have that maturity, or especially a lot of you that derive your worth, which is bad, but it happens from social media and likes and all of that, is that you'll be less proud of your art because you know how you made it. And it's very bad. It's not good. It, from a psychological point of view, but also from a selling point of view. I talked about this in a previous video where I say like one of the biggest detriments to you getting hired is the fact that you're not proud of your work. And this is a big part of it. The magic trick principle is a big part of that. Is because you understand how you made it. And because of that, you sort of put yourself down. You make it less than what it is for the people looking at it. And I think you need to be aware of that, because once you're aware of that magic trick principle, once you consider yourself a magician, you you should take pride in the fact that if you're showing someone a magic trick, if you're showing someone your art, that those people are going to be elevated and excited to see it. And you should share that excitement. You don't see a magician going around doing a magic trick and be like, it's just a stupid magic trick, right? It takes away from the experience. And you should also be aware of that everyone else, so other artists, experience the same thing. Is they're less proud of their art because they understood how it was made. And I think you should get rid of that feeling, because that feeling allows you to get into a bad mindset faster. And second to that, it also creates the perception that other people's artwork is better than yours, which is very dangerous, because again, you put yourself down. And this is normal. And this, I see this with not only beginners, but I see this with the top of the top. The best artists still think someone else is better than them. Now, that can be true technically. It can be true because other people like that art better. But if we strip that away from just a side by side magic trick comparison, one isn't better than the other, especially from these guys that are insanely good, but they still perceive it that way because, for one, the thing from the artist that they look up to, it's a magic trick. For their own artwork, it's a process they understand. And when you get rid of that mindset, you'll have a much better and more healthier relationship towards your art, towards whatever you create, whether it's videos like this, whether it's art, whether it's meals, whether it's business, whatever it is. Once you understand that process, once you understand that perception of people, you'll have a much healthier relationship towards your art. And that is the premise of this video, because I think that is important. And especially in today's age where you need to find things that motivate you, not demotivate you. It's very easy to get demotivated in today's age. Try to ignore that and try to frame yourself in a healthier mindset. All right? That's all I wanted to say in this video. I hope it helps. And as always, enjoy creating, happy drawing, and I'll see you in the next one.